That was a little pun. Hi, welcome to Elsie's Audiobook Digest. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book. It's called Hunger, written by Jeremiah Knight and narrated by Jeffrey Caffer. There are some stories that you remember long after you've listened to them, and Hunger is one of those stories. I have to tell you, Jeffrey Caffer, the narrator, does a really good job. He really comes into his own when he's narrating post-apocalyptic, dystopian type novels. His rich narration brings the characters and the desolate landscape to life. He can also make a so-so book good. He can make a good book great, but Hunger doesn't need any help to be a great book. And having Jeffrey narrate, it's just a win-win in my book. Sorry about the bad pun. And why, you may ask, is this book great? Well, it's because you could totally see something like this happening in real life. Oh, what starts off with good intentions? Stop world hunger. A noble cause, right? Wrong. Dr. Ella Massey inadvertently comes across a gene that allows crops to grow in any type of environment. Specifically in this instance, corn. Well, the root system of the genetically modified corn can dig deep below the surface of the earth 10, 20 feet to find a water source. And while this genetically modified corn is growing in a sterile, controlled laboratory, it doesn't take a scientist to know that nature cannot be contained. Or in the words of Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. And that's exactly what happens in this book. Of course, if the root system can grow down, it can grow across. And soon we're off to the races with this aggressive food supply taking over the world. At first, all is good. World hunger is effectively eliminated. But the gene that Dr. Ella has created unlocks millions of years of evolution. And this gene adapts quickly to any change in the environment. Unfortunately, these changes are absorbed by anything that eats this genetically modified corn. First, it's noticed in small animals that were once herbivores become carnivorous, and belatedly, Dr. Ella sees the handwriting on the wall. She has several biodomes built all across the United States. And in these biodomes, plants that have not been genetically modified are growing. It's all just a little too late. 5 years after her discovery, humans are becoming affected by these changes, hungering for raw meat and eventually becoming cannibalistic. Since almost everyone on the earth is eating this genetically modified food, soon civilization as we know it ceases to exist. Meanwhile, back on the farm, literally, former co-worker of Dr. Ella is surviving this change with his teenage son. They try to keep a low profile from monsters and humans alike, harvesting food from one of the biodomes set up by Dr. Ella. All is good until Dr. Ella shows up at the farmhouse, looking a little bit worse for wear and towing along her daughter. She asks Peter to help her make it to a laboratory clear on the other side of the country, where she believes she can turn the tide on the demise of mankind. Why should he put his son's life in danger to help Ella? But of course, Peter is living in a fool's paradise because there is no safe place. And Ella drives this point home when she tells him that she's being tracked, not only by monsters, but by evil men alike. Deep down inside, Peter knows that this day has been coming. And like any good doomsday prepper, he's made plans. Will they make it? This story just begs for a book too. Let's just say I'm hoping that Jeremiah Knight is writing the next book as I speak. I give this book a solid 8. There are some warnings. This book has language. It has extreme and graphic violence. But hey, that's what makes a good science fiction novel. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye.